We broaden the pelvic floor, shoulders over the hips, ears over the shoulders. Bring your fingertips behind you and lift the side body as you root the outer hips and thighs down. Maintain that lift as you bring your hands on your thighs. Have that reverse C in the armpit chest without shoving the ribs forward of the hips. Curl the tail a little towards the pubis and lift the pelvic floor. Keep the ears level, the chin level or slightly down, but not too much. Slightly means a 0.5 millimeter, Susan, at most. Yeah, there you go. Eyes can be open or closed. So on the up tone, you're inhaling, and on the down tone, you're exhaling. And you're just regulating your nervous system by regulating the breath. Inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds. Belly, ribs, chest expand on the inhale. Belly, ribs, chest. Slow exhale. Do maybe 5 more breaths like this. And then 1 more of those on your own. Okay, and then you can take your hands to Namaste Mudra, lifting the heart center, pressing thumbs to sternum. And we'll do our opening chant all together. Deep breath in. Om. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanao Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavai, Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a deeper breath, lift your heart. As you exhale, release your head over forward, bending from the base of the neck. And then release your hands down to your thighs. Pause a moment, bowing your head to your heart. And then keeping your eyes closed on an inhalation, slowly raise up your head, ears over the shoulders. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and take your hands into Chin Mudra, index finger and thumb touch. We'll do our chanting / pranayama practice. So Chin Mudra, palms up and elbows rest comfortably under the shoulders. And then we'll inhale deeply and chant Ah with a wide open mouth, deeper tone. Deep breath in. Ah. Again, deep breath in. Ah. And again, deep breath. Ah. And then it's Chinmaya Mudra. So you just curl your other 3 fingers into your palm and index finger, thumb still touch, palms up. And then it's O to U, a little bit more of a medium tone. Take a deep breath in. And again, deep breath. Oh. And again, deep breath. Oh. And then we take Adi Mudra. So you just tuck your thumbs in and then wrap your fingers around so that your tips of your fingers touch your palm. Again, palms up. Adi Mudra. And then it's higher pitch sound. Deep breath in. And again, deep breath in, belly, ribs, chest. And one more time, belly, ribs, chest, big breath. Then we do the Aum, all three parts of the Om, and you have your fists, keep them just like an Adi Mudra on either side of your navel with a little space for your belly button, and your fingers face your belly button, you face your belly, and then take a big breath in. Ah. Belly, ribs, chest, big breath. Ah. And again, big breath. Ah. And then we do, you can rest your hands for a moment, take a breath in and out and just observe. The effect of that chanting and breathing on your body mind. Let's do 3 rounds of slow Kapalabhati with 2 resonant breaths in between. So go ahead and extend your legs, massage down the legs, and then change the cross, the opposite cross, and adjust your pelvic floor. Then you take again Brahma Mudra, so it's Adi, thumbs tucked, fingers curl in, hands on either side of the navel, so you can feel the movement of your belly as you do Kapalabhati. So it's a just watch, sharp contraction, but then there has to be the release. Otherwise the air doesn't come in. So that's why we do slow pumpings, just 10 pumpings. So you inhale comfortably to begin. I would sit higher, Susan, and then use a block to prop your knee, probably. And we'll go ahead and begin, and Susan will join us, okay? So inhale comfortably and begin. Okay, so it should be, when you contract, go ahead and breathe now. 3-part full breath. When you contract, it should move. It's not just, right? Let it move so you get that feeling, right? And then as you do faster, it'll be less, it'll be, right? But for this, release, contract, release, okay? So just rest your hands for a moment and breathe in and out a couple of times. Nice big full breath. Anybody needs a tissue, let me know, I'll bring it to you. Big full belly breaths. 3-part breath, about 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Okay. And then you retake the mudra for round 2. Inhale comfortably and begin. Okay, and then release your hands down and inhale deep full breath. And exhale. You can take the chin mudra, keep breathing. Index finger and thumb touch. Now, if you take your middle finger and touch the middle knuckle of your thumb, that's called Dhyana mudra, and that circulates the prana more. Dhyana Vayu is the kind of prana that circulates the energy through the body. Wind, Vayu means wind. Okay, and then we'll do one more round of Kapalabhati, slow pumpings. Okay, so the Brahma Mudra is Adi, tuck your thumbs in, wrap your fingers around, touch your fingertips to your palms. Take your fists on either side of your belly button, find your belly button, widen a little bit, okay? And then begin. Inhale. And it's like you're trying to get a gnat out of your nostril, not in your throat, tip of the nostril. Okay, and then exhale completely, rest your hands and breathe deeply. Index finger and thumb touch, and then bend your middle finger, take the tip of your middle finger to the second inner knuckle of your thumb, that line there. That's Dhyana Mudra, and breathe. Long, slow, deep, full, resonant breath. Belly, ribs, then chest expand. And then you gently release the breath and regulate the breath to 5 seconds inhale, 5 seconds exhale. Adjust your posture, notice your posture and make an adjustment as needed. So your shoulders are right over your hips and you're in the middle of your pelvic floor. And then go ahead and release the mudra and extend your legs and come down onto your back. Rest in Shavasana for a couple of breaths. Make sure you have enough room overhead to extend your arms. So you can either move your mat or move yourself. And then whatever you need to rest your arms on overhead into Dagi Mudra. So feet a little bit apart, arms away from the sides, palms up. And take a couple of nice, slow, deep, full breaths here. And relax into the floor. So you're doing the resonant breath. You don't have to make any sound when you breathe, but if you do make sound, it's okay. But it's long, slow, deep, full breathing. So it might not be 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out, but you observe where the breath moves in your body during these poses and where it doesn't move, how different poses move the breath in different ways. That moves the prana in different ways. So roll your legs towards each other, bring your legs in. Extend the front of your feet, firm your knees, bring your arms along your sides, palms down. Draw the lower belly a little towards the spine, firm the knees and elbows, extend the fingers, and as you inhale, raise your arms up over your head. Palms face the ceiling. Hands are shoulder width apart, so you can rest your hands on something if you have to bend your elbows. Lena, have a blanket overhead so you can straighten the elbows. Yes, take the blanket out from under your head. Okay, that's better, actually. Yeah, firm elbows, firm knees, and use the legs to pull the hips away from the ribs. And use the arms and rib cage to come away from the hips. So you have a long, lean abdomen. That's the hollow abdomen of the empty lake. And breathe here. Long, slow, deep, full breaths. A little bit the belly towards the spine. And then on your next inhale, as you exhale, pull the belly a little towards the spine. Inhale, raise your arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. And draw your knees up so your knees are bent. Turn your palms to face your hips. Feet are hip width apart. And you have your feet, so you're ready to come up into bridge, Dvipada Pitam, right? But not too close, not too far. Roll the shoulders under so the chest lifts and expands, shoulder blades together over the spine, and automatically your pelvis goes into a pelvic tilt. Draw the lower belly a little towards the spine without rocking back. Press into your feet and inhale, raise up as far as you comfortably can. Let the back of your neck lengthen, soften your eyes, and breathe. Long, slow, deep, full breaths. A little bit more into the rib cage here and top chest. Push a little into your feet to push back towards your shoulders a little more, and maybe lift the hips a little more if that's comfortable. Back of the neck lengthen. Eyes soft, chin moves in towards the chest. And then on your next exhale, you'll slowly lay your spine down from the top to bottom, vertebra by vertebra, like laying down a necklace, a chain link necklace, one link at a time. And then you elongate the lower back, release the pelvis, and let the hips rock forward. Turn your palms down, lift your shoulders up, roll your hips back, pelvic tuck, so your sitting bones and tailbone curl up, pressing your lower back down. Exhaling, lift your head and shoulders up. Keep your hands on the ground, reaching for your feet. Look towards your belly button and breathe. Nabhi Darshanam. That's a little more constricted with the breath. Breathe more into the upper back. And then release the head and shoulders down. Extend the legs one by one. Take the palms a little out to the side, palms up. And take a nice big full breath in and out. So you can either slide your knees up and tilt your knees up one by one, or bring your legs together, bring your arms along your sides, lower back down, and bend your knees one by one that way. Okay, so bring your feet again, sit bone width distance, and let your hips rock back towards flatten. Okay, sitting bones and tailbone curl up, so it's a pelvic tuck. Press your lower back down, bend your right knee to chest, interlace your fingers on your right shin, flex your right foot, Pavan Muktasana. And then pressing that leg forward till your arms straighten, and press your lower back down, and then lightly extend your left leg on the ground, extend the front of your left leg, pressing the right leg forward. Take a breath in and out. And then taking an inhale, and then as you exhale, let your right knee fall into your chest, release the hip flexors, relax the leg, let the top of your right hip move towards the sitting bone, curl the sitting bone towards the back of your right knee, pull your right knee up towards your chest, and breathe here. Flexing the right foot, extend the front of the left leg. And then you're going to take and draw the knee up towards the chest a bit more as you're able. And then on your exhale, curl your head up, nose towards the knee, and breathe. Chin, nose, or forehead. Try not to tilt to one side. Stay more into the center. Again, breathing more into the upper back. And then inhaling the head and shoulders down. Exhale, let the right leg fall forward. Press it into the hands till the elbows straighten. Roll the hips back, pelvic tuck. Press the lower back down and then lightly bring the left foot flat on the mat and lower the right foot down. Raise the left leg up and interlace the finger on the shin of the left leg or behind the knee if you need to, right? And then you let your left leg fall forward and then press the shin into the arms so the arms are straight and flex the left foot, lower back presses down, lightly extend the right leg, extend the front of the right leg, pause here and breathe, pressing the left shin into the hands. And then on an exhale, allow your left knee to fall in towards your chest, relax the hip flexors, relax the whole left leg. Let your lower back move towards flat and curl your left sitting bone up behind the thigh towards the back of the left knee and draw the left knee up towards your chest. Extend the front of your right leg, flex your left foot. Exhale and curl your head up, chin towards your chin, nose or forehead towards your knee. Keep your left foot flexed, right leg a little extended towards the foot. Breathe into your upper back. And then inhale your head and shoulders down. Exhale, press your left shin forward, press your lower back down, and then lightly draw your right foot back. Place it down, and then place your left foot down. And take a breath, and extend your legs for a moment and be in Shavasana. Take a breath in Shavasana. Something's going on out there, some scraping. Luckily, you can't hear that on Zoom. Now roll your legs in and bring your legs together and bring your arms along your sides, palms down, and roll your hips back and bend one knee and then the other, placing the feet flat on the mat. Now, actually, take your arms out to the side, palms up. And if you need a blanket under your head for this, you can take it. It's those one-legged leg raises. So you're going to sink your lower belly towards your spine and turn your ribs a little bit to the left, and then lighten your right foot and raise your right leg off the ground. So you're pressing into the left foot. Firm your right knee. Knees are in the same line. And then exhale, sink your belly down towards your spine. And then inhale, you lower the leg, and exhale, you raise the leg. Now you can raise the leg only towards the knee, right, in line with the knee. Or if you're more flexible and it's comfortable, you start to bring your right leg closer to perpendicular, right? And raise and lower the leg using the stability of your core muscles, right, to stabilize your hips. Don't rock back and forth or side to side, right? And just go in your own time. Exhale the leg up. And then the next time that you raise your leg up, bend your right knee, lower your right foot down, relax your abdominal muscles, observe what twists and things were happening in your body. Take a breath. And we'll do the other side. So you draw the lower belly towards the spine, turn the ribs a little bit to the right. So your left foot should get light, press into the right foot and extend the left leg up. Knees in the same line to start. And then you sink the waist, take a breath, exhale, and then inhale the leg down and exhale up. Use your waist muscles to stabilize so you don't move your pelvis back and forth or side to side. So the breath is a little more shallow. As you raise and lower the leg, you can just raise the leg up to the level of your knee, or you can go all the way to perpendicular if it's easy and comfortable. Go in your own rhythm. Exhale up, inhale down. And then the next time that your leg is up, bend your left knee, lower your left foot down, extend your legs, and take a breath in Shavasana. Okay, then it's our belt leg pumpings. Okay, so have your belt handy. You can bend your knees up one by one with the ragdoll method, or with drawing the legs together and rolling the hips back. And then you're going to open your belt up completely. And rolling the hips back, extend your right leg up. Okay. And then wrap the belt around the ball of your right foot, more towards the middle of the foot. And then with your hands, instead of holding the front of the belt, press your palms towards your leg so you pass the belt. And then hook your thumbs, turn your fingers and palms to face each other. And then slide your hands towards over your head. And then you'll see how much, your arms you want back or forward. Sink your waist, and then your left leg will get light as you press the lower back down. Extend the left leg. You extend the front of both legs, really. And then you pull the arms overhead and pull the leg away from you. And go nice and easy. It's a nice warm up for your hamstrings, right? And you don't have to lower your leg all the way down, right? So it's more about opening the back of the leg than lowering it all the way down. But you do want to release it. So go away from perpendicular at least. So Lena, when you release your leg, look here. Look at me, Lena. Look at me. So when you release your leg, let your leg at least go away like that much. Yeah, so it's totally released. You push the leg forward and then you pull the arms back. And when you push the leg forward, you let your arms relax a little. And when you pull your arms, you let your leg relax a little. So it's like a seesaw, back and forth. But you keep both knees, both elbows straight. And then bend your elbows, sink your belly button down, bend your left knee, and change. Left leg up, right leg down. Press your lower back down to extend your right leg. Then extend your arms, extend both legs, and then you pull the arms back, and then you pull the leg forward, push the leg forward. That's seesaw action. Yeah, and then remember, you're not lowering the leg all the way down. You're just releasing the stretch, maybe halfway down, just enough to release the stretch. So it's not an abdominal exercise now, although it is a little bit. You're stabilizing your torso, but it's more about opening the back of your leg. And then you bend your elbows, press your lower back down, bend your right knee, change legs, left leg down, extend the left leg, extend the arms, and continue. So it's just little pumpings to open the back of the leg, but make sure you go away from perpendicular and go a little bit, back and forth, like a seesaw, but not all the way, like a half seesaw. Yeah. Yeah. So you go to there, straight elbows, and just about there. Straight elbows, hands stay shoulder width apart, hands stay shoulder width. So look at your hands for a second and look how your right wrist and how both wrists turn, right? So this, and then you want to be even this way and this way on both wrists, right? So you'd be mindful about that too. Yeah. Change legs one more time on each side. Make sure you're pressing your lower back down when you change legs. Try to keep both knees straight, but the fronts of both legs also extended. So you're not straightening the knee by flexing your foot. You're gripping your kneecaps, right? That's what really straightens your knee. And extend the front and back of both legs. Yes, Katie. Yes. And then when you finished 3 repetitions on each side, then you will relax in Shavasana. Mm-hmm. So again, you're going to use a blanket under your head if needed. You may need a blanket under your hips. You're going to bend your knees up one by one in your preferred method, but make sure you protect your lower back when you do that. And then again, you're going to sink your waist, bring one knee to chest and then the other, okay? And then you're going to extend your legs up, both legs up, like Dandasana, right? And then you put the belt around the balls of the feet. And then slide them toward the heels. Slide the belt towards the heels. And then you hold on to your belt so that your elbows are bent along your sides and you're kind of pulling down, right? So you're injecting your legs into your hip sockets and sink your waist also. And be perpendicular with your legs and breathe. Yep. Maybe you can back off a little. Yeah. Good. Keep sinking the waist. So you have to, so when you breathe, your lower belly doesn't come out, right? So keep the lower belly as much as you can towards the spine so that you're breathing more in your rib cage chest area, right? And so you have some blanket under you, but then your head's down, right? So maybe a little, is that good? Yeah. Now, if you feel like you can't do so, you're going to keep your legs extending and then take your arms out to the side, palms up. See how that feels. Yeah. So no arms if you're comfortable with that. Yeah, keep your legs a little more towards your head side. You know, sink your belly towards your spine. And if since you can't quite get to perpendicular, use the belt. Yeah, until you can get to perpendicular. Good. So is it perpendicular? Take your arms along your sides, palms down, sink your waist, and then inhale. Take your arms overhead as in Tadagi Mudra. Good, and breathe there. Try not to push the belly out too much when you breathe. So you're keeping the lower belly down towards the spine, even as you breathe in and out. If it's hard on your shoulders to take your arms overhead or hard on you in any way, you can keep your arms to the side, palms down or out to the side. You can also bend your elbows. Good. Take an inhale, exhale, bend your knees to chest. Take an inhale, raise your arms, exhale, hug your knees, both knees into your chest. Remove the belt, yeah, if you haven't already. And if you need the belt, you're going to keep the belt, okay? But actually for this one, I think you'll be okay, Faina, because it's going to be raising and lowering. So no belt, okay? Just do the best you can. And that's true for everyone at all times, okay? Rest whenever you need to, okay? Carte blanche. Now, as you're able, you're going to inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, extend your legs. Now, sink your lower back down towards the ground. Firm your knees. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you lower your legs all the way down till you're just lightly above the ground. Take an inhale and then exhale the legs back up. Now, if that's too much, then bend your knees to come back up. Okay? Yeah, good. Exhale, sink the belly down. Don't push the belly out. And then take an inhale, exhale the legs down. Try not to push the belly out. So you have to keep the lower back down towards the mat. Yeah, good. Okay, and then when you've had enough, you come back up and bend your knees and hug your knees to chest. Okay, so it's working the lower abdominals primarily. Yeah, can you feel that? Yeah, lower abdominals. So look here for a second. I want you to see. So that means you can't be pushing this out, right? So, and you don't want to do it with your back arching. So you want the lower belly towards the spine and press the lower back down. The breath can move here, right? But not down here. This has to stay firm. Now we're going to do it again one more time. As you're able, you're going to go down and up on one exhale. So it's a little faster, okay? So you're going to, again, extend your arms overhead, extend your legs, extend the front and back of the legs, okay? Take an inhale, and then you exhale, down and up. Inhale, exhale, down and up. And you continue like that. Yeah, make sure your lower back is pressing down. And don't rest your leg, Lena. Keep your knees straight. Go down and up without resting your legs down. Don't rest your legs on the ground. And then back up. One exhale. Keep your knees straight. Grip your kneecaps. Open the backs of your knees. Yes. Good. Yeah, same exhale. The whole thing on an exhale. So you inhale, exhale, down and up. Inhale while you're up and repeat. So the reason you exhale is keeping the lower belly towards the spine as much as you can. And then when you've had enough, you bend your knees, hug your knees to chest. Couple of breaths. Good. And then you're going to roll over and come up. So what I want to say is that It's a good idea to work on these sometimes. Yeah. And you don't have to do all of it, but find the ones that work for you and do it, because otherwise they don't get, when are they getting work, you know? And the center of the body is so important to the whole stability of the whole thing. So the next thing is Jadara Parivartanasana with the feet supported. So you're going to turn your mat, and some of you can come to this wall so that you can get your feet to the wall. So when you turn the mat, and I'll move out of the way if we need more wall space here, but you're going to lie down and see if your fingertips touch the wall. So I'll show you. When you lie down, you want your fingertips to touch, see? And then you bend your knees, just watch for a sec. And then you're going to extend your legs. You're going to bring your feet on the wall. So I had to push back just a little bit. I was too close. Okay. And then see, now my feet aren't all the way down. They're maybe halfway down. And then my right leg has to extend more, right? To get the right foot. So at both feet. And then you work on turning the ribs and chest and bringing the right shoulder down. And the head is just centered. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? With your arms. So your fingertips just touch. Yeah, so you have to be quite further away from the wall, Emily, right? Because you have to extend your arm out to the side, right? So, you know, maybe 3 feet away from the wall. Your arm is pretty long. Yeah. Oh, good question. Start with the left hand at the wall. Okay. Then you take your knees to chest, and then you extend your legs, or you can go with bent knees and then extend the legs. So you're going to get your bottom foot on the wall first, right? Then you might have to push your hips a little bit away. And then you want to bring your feet up towards your left hand, right? And then you have to, your left foot will be on the wall. You have to reach your right buttock towards your right heel and press your right foot to the wall as well. So both feet are at the wall. And then you'll feel how your right ribs are off the ground, probably your right shoulder, right? Yeah, go your feet higher, Susan, higher, higher, higher. Yes. There you go, like that. Yeah, yeah. So you're too far from the wall. You should get scoot your torso closer to the wall. Your shoulders, your arm should be closer to the wall. Touch the wall. There you go. Okay, that's better. Yeah, you go maybe a little more down. And then you have to move your hip. Your bottom hip have to kind of slide. Yes, there you go. There you go. Now both palms up, and don't look to your left hand. Don't look to your right hand. Just look straight ahead. And you have to take your right buttock towards your right heel to press your right foot to the wall, right? And then observe your ribs and your right shoulder. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So just let your arms be in line with your shoulders and think about your right shoulder falling down towards the ground as you're able, and breathe.
Yeah,
Where are you?
What point is it?
Where are you? You know, on the side. Down on the side. Oh, you don't have to be. It depends on your, arm and leg and torso strength. It's not about that. It's more about getting your torso and hips more even. So for me, yes, it is. I think it probably is for everybody. You're maybe almost touching, but not quite. Uh-huh. You could be a little closer to the wall because your heels aren't coming to the wall. Let's everybody come out and go to the other side. We're going to repeat it. Not to worry. So just turn around, swivel, right? Be careful. And if it's too much on your hip, maybe put a blanket under your hip, right? If it's a hardness. Yeah. If you have bony protuberances. Okay. I mean, you can see where you are on the hip, but I want you to think more about the turning of the ribs and the shoulder, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Well, no, actually, that's not true. It's more towards halasana, right? It's more towards, you're more towards up. So it should be higher than your hip. Towards, and you don't have to go all the way to your hand, but you're towards your hand. Okay. So then you swivel around and do the other side. Katie's got it. Unbothered. right? Yep. And you can lift your hips and adjust your hips, you know. I'm not all the way on the side of my hip. I'm not, oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, because it's not going to be a perfect one, right? Because you're just working on focusing on something, right? You're not working on, you're definitely not working really too much in your, it's not, you're not having to hold your legs up, right? So just think about getting your left shoulder down, head centered, and pushing your top foot into the wall, even with your bottom foot. Yeah, so you could get a little closer. You need to get closer. Your shoulders, your shoulder. Yeah, there you go. And then the feet a little higher. Yeah, more like here. Yeah. And then straighten this leg. And when you straighten that leg, you can move your, you can roll, bend your knee, bend this knee a little and lift this hip. There you go. Yeah. So now your hips and shoulders are more in a line and your palms are up, right? And you're working on this. Yeah, keeping the head here, just to the middle. Yes. Okay. And this, you know, keep your legs straight. Mhm. Push this leg. No, just this one. Yeah, so they're even. This, yeah, this one has to reach more. Yes, this top foot. Because of, yes, there you go. Okay. Yeah, they could be. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yep, just keep pushing that way. Yes. So when you push the top foot even, the shoulder comes off. That's right.
Yeah.
That makes it harder. Okay, so you're going to repeat the other side. Okay. Okay, so you can move your hips a little over before you go. Okay, so before you go into it, you know your distance now. Lift your hips, move your hips a little to the left, and then go. That's going to be a little easier. But still, you want to get that right. So your right leg, the hip hangs back. So you have to lift that hip and move it so both feet are on the wall. And then it's going to be harder, right, to open your chest. And then it's not just the chest and shoulders you want to open, but you want to inhale, and as you exhale, just a little bit, turn your ribs to the right, even as your hip goes to the left. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, yeah. And if you swivel your hips, I think it's easier. So like, yeah, so come down, yeah, and come a little closer to the wall, just a teeny bit. Okay, your shoulders more than your hips. Your hips, yes, there you go. Now lift your hips, move your hips to the left, to the right, to more. Okay, now bend your knees to chest and go over. Bend your knees and go. Yep, or straight leg. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now move the top leg. Yes. Keep pushing this here. Yeah. Then, yeah, head just is centered. Yeah. And then you first focus on opening the chest by releasing more than anything. Right.
Okay.
Okay. And then you inhale, exhale, and turn your ribs to the right, even as your hips go to the left. Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah. Good. Bend your knees, come down. So now, and roll around and do the other side. So just to watch, in case you didn't get that, what I said about, you can move your hips, right? So you're here, fingertips at the wall. Lift your hips, move your hips over now to the left, knees to chest, extend. Oh, a little too far. Okay, feet at the wall. So you can adjust that bottom hip, right? And you can do it once you're up at the wall if you need to, but you're moving that left hip towards the right hip, and then the left shoulder down. And then as you exhale, you're releasing your ribs to the left. They're not going to touch the ground, right? But you're releasing them instead of letting them go with. So you get that twist in the abdomen, okay? That's Jatara, Parivartanasana. And this is with the legs supported. Turn your palms up, Susan. Yeah. Lena, come out, come back, come back out. Yeah. So I think you need to be a little closer to the wall. Just move your body a little closer to the wall. Just move your body. Yeah. Now, bend your knees to chest. Now, actually, before you do that, keep your feet down. Keep your feet down. Lift your hips, move your hips to the left. No, yes, more. Not your shoulders, just your hips. That's it. Now, take your knees to chest. No, keep your hips where they are. No, don't hug your knees in with your arms. Keep your arms out to the side. Swivel your hips over to the left. Lift your hip. Yes. Now take your knees to chest, just using the strength of your abdomen with your hips swiveled. Yes. Now take your knees over and extend your legs and bring your legs on the wall. Roll over. Bring your feet higher up towards your shoulder. You're still too far from the wall. You're still too far from the wall, Lena. You got to get closer to the wall. Yeah. Yes. Your shoulders have to be closer too. Your shoulders should be in line with your hips. Don't just move your hips. Yes. Now move your feet closer to your right hand. Move your feet closer to your right hand. Yes. Now we're getting there. Okay. Now move your left, bring your feet a little down if you can towards the ground. Your right foot more down. So you see now you have to adjust your hip maybe a little, not too much down. Yeah. Now bring your left foot on top of your right foot, right on top of your right foot. There you go. And move your left hip towards the wall. So your left foot is on the wall. Get the left foot on the wall above the right foot. That's the idea. Now turn your left palm up. Turn your left palm up. Turn your left palm up. Yes. And turn your shoulders to the left. So you release your left shoulder down. Yes. Yeah, it's hard, Lena. Okay, good. Come down if you haven't already. Good, good, good. Yeah, stay there 1 second. So don't worry too much about extending, okay? Okay, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe and breathe, breathe and breathe. It's more about breathing and releasing. So you're very hard and tight here. So breathe into this area and allow this shoulder to turn this way, right? And allow this to come down towards the ground. Yes, right? But you're doing that ideally by release. Breathing into all this and softening all that. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Okay, good. And when you've come out, rest for a couple of breaths. Pulling the knees to chest, you roll over, adjust your hips, and then take your knees to chest with your hips and shoulders in the same line, lying on your back. And we're going to do 2 more things for your belly. Your belly will be so happy. I'll like like C. Ray said in one of his workshops, I'm going to give you a little something to remember me by. So now, when you're ready, roll over to your side and come up. Navasana with the feet supported. So the first one we did, Jatara, not Jatara, the Urdhva Prasarita Padasana, that taking the leg up, that was lower abdomen. Twists are more the center of the abdomen, right? So you're turning one way and the other way, but you're working your muscles, right? When you do it, as well as releasing somehow. Something is engaging, something's always releasing. Now it's more the upper abdomen. So you're going to have your hands on the ground, have your feet at the wall, and your feet are in line with your eyes, right? You can support yourself from behind, and you're balanced on, not quite on your tailbone or your sitting bone. There's this like a sweet spot kind of there in between. Keep your hands on the ground for now, Morgie. Keep your hands on the ground for now. Behind you. Support yourself. Yes. Now, can you bring your feet just a little higher, Morgie? Up the wall, higher up the wall. Yes, try that. Okay. Now, is that too high, maybe? Can you lift your chest up more? Can you bring your hands more forward? Bring your hands towards your buttocks more and lift your chest any amount up. Yes, head and chest. Okay, so then you can back up a little if you need to. Yes, and straighten your legs. Lift your chest any amount. Yeah. Lena, lean back a little more and bring the feet up a little higher. Bring the feet up a little higher the wall. You might need to get closer. Susan, go higher up the wall. And Katie, you should go higher too. So you might need to move. Or just scoot one way or the other. Yeah, because you still have that space. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing is supporting. Okay. Now the second thing is firm your knees, firm your waist, and then lift your arms up and extend your arms towards your feet. Toes in line with eyes and toes in line, thumbs down, thumbs extend just like the other fingers. Yeah. And then inject the shoulders into the upper arms into the shoulders and lift the chest, right? Now, can you feel what part of your abdominal area is working? Come on, Katie, can you do it? No, it requires something you do not have. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, many people do, right? But you can eventually find something deeper to do the work for you. You can, you really can. So practice at that. Maybe your feet are just a little high, go back a little, push it there. That's better. That's better. Yes. Yes. There you go. Upper abdomen. You feel it now. Good. Don't extend your thumbs up. Extend your thumbs along your fingers. Yeah. Okay. Come down. So yes. Good, Susan. Arms could go a little more down. Yeah. And chest up. Yes. There you go. Do you feel your upper abdomen working in this one? Okay. And your quads. Yeah. And the quads. So then the Paripurna Navasana, you bring the feet a little lower. Okay. And then you have to roll your pelvis more back. So you're not entirely on your sacrum, but you're more back. And then you bring your hands behind your head and you go back a little. So your heels will come off the wall a little, right? And then you're really going to feel your upper abdominis. Paripurna Navasana. So it's like a crunch, right? But from the upper abdomen, okay? Yes, more Margie. And yeah, that's good. If you can lean back just a little more, you can use your hands to get you leaning back more. And then, yes, drop your pelvis back. So you're not, yes, yes. Do you feel your upper abdomen? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So you want to get to the point where you don't fall back. Yes. Good. Yes, Emily. Yeah. And you can, support your head, interlace your fingers. So the idea is to support your head and then bend your elbows in towards your ears. Yeah. Not too much, but enough so that, you're letting your head rest in your arms. Yeah, tuck your chin in towards your chest a little. Yeah, you're round. Oh yeah, you're round. See me? Look, right? So I'm not this, right? Sure. Yeah. Now I've fallen a little bit too much back on the sacrum, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But you feel the upper abdomen working. Okay. So then, eventually you can go from here, you roll your hips back to here, right? Back to here, and so on. Okay. Anybody want to try that? That's enough. Well, we'll try that one time. Try that. No, so you just get on your mat. Yes, that's it, Emily. No wall. So you're here. Then you let your hips roll back and lower your feet and interlace here. Support your head, and then you come back up. Yes. No, stay there. Stay there. Now, oh. Yeah. So, and then you when you get here, you can do this. Right. Also. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yes. Okay. So a little something to remember me by. I hope that you enjoyed that. And then let's just rest a little bit in Virasana forward. And if you need to rest your elbows, you can do that also. Actually, I have a better idea. Come onto your back. Okay. And then extend your arms and legs to Tadagi Mudra. Then take your knees to chest one by one. Press your feet at the ankles and be there like that. So you pull your knees apart, right? If it hurts your knees, don't hurt your knees, but hook your feet and then draw your knees up towards your armpits and keep your lower back on the mat and breathe. I think it's easier to breathe also. Yep. Keep your hands more shoulder width apart. Yes. And extend your fingers, extend your arms, extend. Yes, there's extension. So then you pull the ribs up and then you hollow the abdomen. Yes. Change the cross of the feet and do again. You should feel a little pelvic floor action as you do. Yeah. So you hook the ankles, pull the knees apart, and then towards that way. You can lower back down. So you open here. Yes. Pull. Yes. Yes. Pull and down. Yes. Good. That's it. Good. And then inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, hug your knees. You can uncross your feet and hug your knees. And then tuck your chin, lift your feet, and roll up. And then you can go all the way up to standing if you like. Good. Keep going. You need more momentum. Yeah. And that comes with softening up the spine. Okay. So now go ahead and take your mats back over there. Face me. You turn the skinny edge of the mat to face the middle of the room. We'll do the 5 directions of the spine. Feet together, Mastitihi. Pull the belly in, little pelvic tuck. Pull the arms down. Soft gaze. And then you inhale, raise your left arm forward and up. And then lengthen the left side. And then as you exhale, slide your right hand down a little bit. So you open the left side ribs and breathe into the left side ribs. Lift the chest a bit. 1, 2, 3. Now you inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your arm out to the side, turning the palm down. Little pelvic tuck. Inhale, the right arm straight forward and up. Reach up, lengthen the right side ribs, and exhale, slide the left arm down. Lift the chest a little and breathe into the right side ribs. 1, 2, 3. And then you inhale, reach the right arm up, exhale it out to the side, turn the palm down. Ardha Kati Chakrasana. And then Kati Chakrasana, you inhale, take your arms out to the side. Exhale, bend your left elbow, palm under your, you can just keep your right palm down. Bring your left palm right under your clavicle. You're going to breathe into that part of your lungs. And then you turn to your right. And as you turn to your right, pull your right hip forward, right? So that your hips stay square. And you turn your head and look towards your right palm and breathe into that part of your chest under your left palm. Breathe. So bend your left elbow, Nina. Bend your left elbow and bring your hand underneath your right pec, under your collarbone. So you can breathe into that left hand. Right there. That's it. Good. Then you inhale, come back to center, extend your left arm. Exhale, bend your right elbow. Bring your right hand under your left chest, clavicle. Then you turn to your left, pull your left hip forward so your hips stay square to the front. Turn your head and look at your left hand and breathe into your right chest, left chest, right hand. 1. Feel the breath. 2, 3. And then you inhale back to the center and exhale, lower your arms down. And then it's Ardha Chakrasana. You bring your hands on your back, fingers down, thumbs come around to the front. Your hands are on your top of your hips, on your hips. Hip pelvic tuck, right? Drop your buttocks down. Shift your hips forward so they're over your toes. You're not crunching your lower back. You're lifting your chest. Lift your chest any amount. And then if it's comfortable, take your head up as well and breathe into your top chest. 1, 2, 3. And then inhale, lift your head up. And exhale, lower your arms down. And then it's Urdhva Hastasana. So you interlace your fingers, turn your palms down, straighten your elbows. Inhale, take your arms up over your head. And then slight pelvic tuck. Start to shift your weight towards the balls of the feet and slowly lift your heels up. And lift up your heels as much as you can comfortably do. Try to squeeze the outer ankles in. Roll the tops of the feet towards each other. 1, 2, lift the ribs up. 3. Now you're going to slowly release your hands and slowly lower your heels down. That one requires work. Yeah. And then it's Ardha Uttanasana. Press your arms back. Inhale, lift your chest. Stay there and exhale. And take an inhale. And as you exhale, pull the belly towards the spine and move your buttocks back towards your heels and your torso forward halfway, chin, chest forward, right? Halfway down, shift your weight a little towards the toes and breathe. 1, belly towards the spine. Head up a little more, shoulders up a little more, Katie. 2, a little more down here, Faina. More. 3, arms more down. Yeah. 4. Oh, good. And 5. Good. And then inhale, take your arms up. And exhale, lower your arms down. Okay, very good. So now let's do a couple of sun salutations, okay? These are the different styles than you're used to that I've done a couple of times to the squats. So step back, feet together, and then you inhale, take your arms up, turn your palms towards each other. You can arch back a teeny bit looking up. Exhale, you take your arms, out to the side and then roll your shoulders back. You come to Ardha Uttanasana. Then inhale, you lift your heels up, lean a little forward and come to squat. Lift your head up and then exhale, step or jump back, downward facing dog. Firm knees and elbows and breathe. 1, 2, 3, pull the hips back using the legs. 4, you should feel a nice hollow abdomen here. And 5. Now you shift your weight forward. You can step or jump. Feet together into a low squat. Low squat. Heels can be up a little. And then you lift your head up and you pull your belly and take your arms back. Inhale, you come up to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale there. Head up, Susan. Head up. Shoulders back. Yeah. And then inhale, you take your arms all the way up. And exhale, lower your arms out and down. Okay? So that's it. It's not terrible. Okay? So you can step or jump both directions. Okay? So inhale, you take your arms up. Lift the chest. You can lean back a little. Exhale, you take your arms out to the side and swivel your arms, palms up, buttocks back, shift forward towards your toes. And then inhale, you lift your heels, bring your hands down, head down, then head up. You can exhale there, right? If you want to drop your head for a moment. When you inhale, head up, shift your weight forward towards your hands, step or jump back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths, firm knees and elbows. 1, push into your hands from your shoulder blades. 2, press the outer shoulder blade towards the pinky side of the hand and lift the thumb side of the hand towards the inner edge of the shoulder blades. Then you shift your weight forward, head up, and you can step or jump into that squat. Okay. And then you shift your weight a little bit forward, arms up, and then you inhale, come up into Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale there, shoulders up more. Yeah, more Faina, more up. Yeah. And then inhale up, lean back a little. That's comfortable. And then exhale, arms out to the side. Yeah, good. Okay, not too bad, right? Okay, so is it too much in down dog? Do you feel okay with it? Okay, one more time. Okay, inhale. Exhale, arms out to the side, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, come down, squat. Exhale, jump back or step, down dog. Oops. 5 breaths. 1, turn your hands out a little, Faina. 2, lift your hips, pull them back. 3, lift your kneecaps, straight knees. 4, pull the hips back and reach the heels down as you're able. 5, now you lift your heels, shift your weight, look up. Step or jump to that squat. Exhaling. Inhale, you come up to that half Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale there. And then inhale up. And exhale, lower your arms. Good. Okay. Should we take it to one more level of that? One more level. Okay. So the next level is called Low Utkatasana. So you're going to inhale, take your arms up, and then shift your weight forward and lift your heels up. Now you keep your heels up as you exhale. Oh no, you bring your arms forward halfway, and you sit on your heels, chest up. Yeah, Ardha, this is called Low Uttanasana. Yeah, and you try to bring your knees a little forward and lift your heel. Yes, yes, good. And then you bring your hands down, step back or jump into plank pose, straight arm chaturanga. Now squeeze your elbows in, firm your knees, and you start to lower yourself down. You can lower your knees and bring your forehead down, toes point. Pull your shoulders back. Just bow your head and release your troubles here. So this is a gesture of surrender. Yeah. Now you curl your toes under, feet together. Actually, no, you can keep your feet hip width. Lift your knees up. Press your hips down, pelvic tuck, lift your head up. Breathe here. Now from here, squeeze your elbows in, pull your waist in, and then I can't do it. Then you push up into down dog. By the third one, it gets better. You can come up anyway through your hands and knees. Breathe. 1, firm knees and elbows. 2, push into your hands, pull your hips back. 3, hollow the abdomen by pulling the legs back. 4, turn your hands out, Faina, just a little out. Yeah, so your thumb creases don't get so narrow. 5. Now you're going to shift your weight forward. You can step or jump. And then you come to that low Utkatasana. So look here for a second. So instead of dropping the heels back, pull the knees forward. So your heels come up a little, right? And you balance here. Good. Yes. Now coming up, you're going to drop your buttocks back and heels back a little. Start to raise your arms up. Keep your heels up. And then exhale, lower your heels and hands down. Good for the feet, huh? Okay, be careful. Yeah, if you need to adjust. Let's do one more of those. We're just warming up. Feet together on this one, okay? So then you inhale, take your arms up and lift your heels up. Now, as you exhale, you bend your knees, keep your arms forward, right? And then you sit on your heels, move your knees a little forward, head back, chest back, so you're upright over your buttocks. Yeah. Then you bring your hands down, buttocks back a little, step or jump back into plank. Firm the elbows, firm the knees, firm the waist, start to bend your elbows, and then lower yourself down. Point your feet, bow your head, pull your shoulders back, and breathe. Then you bring your feet together, curl your toes under, lift your knees up, pelvic tuck, press your tailbone down and hips down, lift your head up, roll your shoulders back, and breathe. No, keep your hands on the ground, Margie. Yeah, that's it. Press your hips down, pull your waist in, bring your elbows in, push yourself up. Second one's better, down dog. Or you can go through hands and knees, just like anything else, you move through the pattern and start to get there. Breathe. Firm knees, firm elbows, broad shoulders, triceps in towards each other. Lift the biceps up towards the bones. Sorry. Triceps in towards each other. Yeah, I'm not sure what the biceps do. They roll open from each other, actually. Now you shift your weight forward, step or jump, feet together. So you move your knees forward, right? A little bit, arms up, shoulders over the hips. Pause for a moment. Now, when you go to come up, you're going to drop your heels and buttocks back a little. Raise up, keeping your heels off the ground, and then lift higher if you can. Arms all the way up, and then exhale, lower your heels and arms down. Woof, okay? So it's a good feet workout and others things. Yeah, okay, good. I think that's enough. So now let us come down 12-12. Good time. Okay, you could go through a vinyasa, but we'll skip it. And we're not doing the standing poses. Yeah, it's a workout. It is. I know, and it feels like not that much, but it's interesting to do something different like this with your body, I think, and find different ways of moving. So let's go to Dandasana. So take whatever support you need, roll the thighs in. So whatever support means, look here, Lena, if your hips are rolling back, you need support under your pelvis. So you need to sit on a blanket, have your hands at your thighs, lift your torso up and breathe. Good. Okay. And then we go to, Upavishta, legs wide, hands behind your back. And just open up your inner legs. So the inner legs attach at the inner pelvic floor, right? So you extend from the inner pelvic floor to the inner feet. Bring the outer feet to the outer hips. Oh yeah. Hopefully it was a knee and not a muscle or a hip. Okay, hip is okay. That's good. As long as it's not a thigh muscle. So instead of rolling the backs of the thighs forward, Susan, so you want to roll the backs of the thighs back, right? Yeah. So 2 hands, just like we do. Yes. Yes. Isn't that better? It's infinitely better. Good. Okay. Upright. Lift your chest, lift your chest. Yes, lift your chest more and more and more, Fahina. Shoulder blades down, chest up. Shoulder blades down, chest up. Yeah, chest up. Yes, like that. Memorize that. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to do so much, Katie. You have to do a lot less, actually. Yeah, because this is what we do. I do that too. Yeah. So Fahina needs this, but we need this. Yeah. Okay. Now, Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Still, you roll the back thighs back. Okay, always. Yeah. Don't just pull the flesh away. You need to sit up maybe a little more height. Take another blanket. Okay. And move your feet a little more forward. You don't have to go so far back, right? And KD too. Yeah. But you, and then bring your hands behind you and sit up in Dandasana. Well, your torso is in Dandasana. Yeah. Your legs are in Baddha Konasana. Hey, that's better. Use your hands behind you and lift. So your sacrum, so you use your hands behind you to draw the sacrum in and up, pushing here. Yes. And then you open the leg. Good. That's it. And lift the chest and lift it. Yes. Beautiful. And Katie, you did it. You stopped yourself. I remember Katie, lift their chest. And me. I always do too much of that too. I see it in the videos. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So now you're going to take your big toes, lean back a little. Actually, go ahead and take your knees in towards each other. No, it's easier from the inside. Sorry. Take your big toes. Yeah. So you can balance on something, but you just be careful you don't fall back. Okay. So if you're on 2 blankets, Katie, you might need to come a little forward, right? So again, you're not all the way on the sacrum. You're not on the tailbone. You're kind of somewhere in between there. And then you slowly work on extending your legs. Yes, extend the inner feet, pull the outer feet back, and then lift the chest and look up. Called Ubhaya Padangusthasana. Firm your knees. Yes, good, Fahina. That's it. Feet together, Katie. Feet all the way together, and look at me. Your feet are doing this. So you have to take the inner feet and pull the outer feet back. Okay. So yeah, so you might want to, I don't know. You'll see. Come down and take a breath and rest. Okay. You might find that you need less blanket to come up, like it might be better for balance. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about going into the full Baddha Konasana in between. So you can either repeat that or you can hold from the outside, right? So then you get more balance from the beginning. So you start by rocking back and lift your feet. And then you slowly extend. And extend the inner groin to the inner knee to the inner feet and then lift the head up. Okay, Margie? Yeah. Okay. Careful you don't hit your head on the wall. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, good. And then come down and extend your legs and come back to Dandasana. Very good. Okay. Now you sit on whatever support you need. You might need a belt. Okay. So you're going to inhale, take your arms up, draw the sacrum in and up. And then exhale, you don't round, right? But you fold from where your thighs meet in your hip sockets. Stop there, keep your arms reaching, and then inhale, come up. Lift your chest, and then exhale, fold from the hip crease. Maybe you come down a little more. Keep your arms alongside your ears and inhale, come up, right? And again, lift up, lift up, look up, lift your chest, yes. And then again, exhale and reach as far as you can forward and then hold your feet or legs wherever you can. Good. And then holding your feet, inhale, lift your chest up any amount. And then instead of taking your clavicles round, look at me. You work towards drawing your shoulder blades together, right? And lift your chest. And then exhale, tuck your chin and release your head a little down and come into Paschimottanasana, the full forward bend. Couple of breaths. Don't fight with it, right? But you can bend your knees if you're rounding your back quite a bit, right? And it's just like you're allowing yourself to release, not so much head down, although you can let the head come down too. And when you are, it's like a kind of an inchworm. On your inhale, you kind of lift up a little and extend the front of the body forward. And then as you exhale, you release the back body down. You can kind of, yes, thumbs down, Katie. You don't need those guys. Yeah. And now, good job, Katie. Now look here. You draw the shoulder blades back. Yes. Even as the elbows, you can lift them. It doesn't matter how, just depends on your shoulder. But keep the shoulder blades away from the ears, Katie. So, so the shoulder has to go back even as the elbow comes forward. Yes, shoulder blades down the back. Yes, so you have more length in your neck. Hold the feet, look here. And then you can kind of think of elbow to shoulder, but shoulder back and not up. Shoulder blades on the back and around towards the outer edges. Yes, now you're broad. Yeah, thumbs on your feet. Don't lift your thumb. Yeah, good. Okay, good. Paschimottanasana. And then inhale, come up, holding the feet. Exhale down, root the legs down, lift the torso up. And then inhale, take your arms all the way up. Up, up, up. Good. Head up a little, Susan. Arms up, chest up, and exhale, lower your arms down. Good. So we'll do Pravottanasana 2 ways, okay? So Paschimottanasana is stretching the back, the west, Pravot is the east. You'll keep your heels, so flex your feet. Take your hands a little behind you. Bend your elbows and lift your chest. Firm your knees. Dig your heels down and lift your hips up. It doesn't have to go very high. Yes, good, breathe. 1, hips up. 2, 3, hips up. 4, maybe take your head back. 5, good, and then come down. That really strengthens the back of the body. Now you don't have to point your feet there. You can keep, the feet as you lift your hips higher will start to go down more. You don't have to reach the feet down, right? But press into the heels, right? And then as the hips come up, you can start to extend, okay? That's the harder way. Buttocks up, Katie, buttocks up. Yes, good. Yes, good. Now you can do it with knees bent, much easier, right? Hips up, feet parallel, head back. Yeah, buttocks up, Katie, belly down, and pubic down. Yes, there you go. Good, and Margie too. Look at your belly, Margie. Yes, and then take the middle buttocks up, any amount from the buttocks muscles. Yes, good, good, and then come down. Good, that really works the back of the body and the shoulders. Yeah, yeah. And so if you have too much in your shoulders, probably means you're not using your legs enough. Hamstrings to the buttocks, buttocks up, right? And you may have your hands too much back or forward. You might do better with the hands out, right? Or the hands back tends to be easier, but it's actually harder on the shoulders. So the safest thing is fingers forward. But if it's better for your shoulders to do hands out, you can do that. So, okay. All right, so now let us take Sarvangasana, shoulder stand, okay? Do we have time? Yeah, we have time. So you can use the wall, you can use a chair, you can use a chair in the middle of the room, okay? Set yourself up for shoulder stand of choice. If you're just dead to the world, then do legs up the wall, hips on a bolster. But I recommend trying shoulder stand. But look, I'll let you do whatever you decide. And it started off cold and now it's hot, right? Yeah, well, I turned the heat up. I'm gonna turn it back down. But are you okay? Do you want a window or? Good, you're good. Let's not do a window because. So if you, yeah, you need another blanket, and also you need 3 blankets, right? And your shoulders are going to be here, and the other blanket is so that you have something. Your head, right, is on blanket. So 4 blankets are good. Okay, so 2 blankets there. If anybody else wants to see how to do the one using the wall, then I can show. You know how to do it, Susan? You don't really need a belt for this one if you're going to use. It's hard to get the belt on. So Yeah, you can, you know. You don't have to use the mat if you're going to use the belt. I think it's just harder to get the belt on when you're at the wall because you're too close to the wall. And then you have to find your distance from the wall. So you're going to use the wall? Okay. It's up to you. Do you know shoulder stand? Okay. So what it can be nice is get another blanket, one more blanket. So the bottom blanket opens up like that to the head, right? Or you can do like that, but then it kind of slides, right? So, but it's fine. And then also you kind of lose that little bit of extra underneath, right? And then you'll see. But if you just take this way for a sec, lift those up in a sec. So now put your blankets on here. Yeah, that way you have even a little more height, right? And then you still have that under your head. Yeah. So you don't need that much, right? And then pull it closer to the wall. Yeah, Susan, that's it. Now take your heels off the wall and just, yeah, and push your buttocks forward any amount. Yes, and roll your thighs in and work your hands down towards your shoulder blades and lift your back ribs. Squeeze your elbows in. You can interlace your fingers behind if you want to roll your shoulders under more. Yep, and straighten your arms and roll your shoulders under. Yes, and then take your hands back and walk your hands down. Good, good, Emily, good. So Faina, come down back to Halasana and then slowly roll out, slowly roll out. Yeah, now stay there. Actually, I would have given you this to roll out. Come back. No, stay there. You're gonna do it, but you just had to. You don't really want your neck on the blankets, so scoot back a little more. Yeah. Now lift your hips up. I'm gonna put this block here. Okay. So then scoop. Yeah. You want to stay on the blankets, right? But you don't want to have your whole neck end up on the blanket. You actually want the neck off the blanket if possible. Okay. But you know people move around. Now try coming up, knees to chest. Swing your legs to Halasana. Can you go all the way to Halasana? That too. Here, lift your legs up. Scoot back. Here, put your feet on the block. That's it. Now, yeah. So you slid off just a little, but yeah. Now extend your arms, interlace your fingers behind you. Interlace, yeah, and then roll your shoulders under. There you go. Yeah, and this one again. Yes, good. Okay. Now take your hands on your back. Yes, good. And then you can shift your hips back towards your elbows, any amount, towards your elbows. This is your elbows. Shift your hips this way. Keep going this way. Lean back a little. Yes. See how your feet get light? Then you can straighten your legs up. Then walk your hands down. Yes, good. Beautiful, Faina. Good, Emily. You okay, Susan? Okay. Good. Beautiful, Katie. Emily, can I give you a little lift? Oh, okay. So I would recommend for you always use the belt because your elbows are still quite far apart. And so that will be better for you. So no blanket folded over when you use the belt. No mat, yeah, because it's harder to get the belt on. Yeah. And then you'll have the belt, so you don't need the mat, right, for your elbows. Yeah. Yes, good, fine. And now as you're here, lift the front legs up and buttocks forward, but lean back this way. So there's less weight in your throat and it's more in your elbows. And they constantly fall that way. So you have to work that. Yeah. Roll the front thighs in. Yeah. Good. Good. Okay. And then when you've had enough of your shoulder stand practice, you come down, take a breath in Halasana, roll out, maybe take a couple of breaths in Supta Baddha Konasana or the Sukhasana, and then Shavasana. Yay. No matter how easy I think I make it, it's always hard, isn't it? Why is that? No, it's not hard. Okay, good. No, okay. Yes, well, I'm incorporating things that I'm learning from Eddie's yoga teacher training, which he calls, gosh, I can't think of the name right now, but it just means a sequence of poses. It's a hatha yoga practice, and then things I learned from my Iyengar teacher. I basically copy something from his class and do it here. It's a little combo. And also the chanting comes from my mudras class I took, which I really like. Yeah. The breathing app, it's called just the breathing app. Yes, you can adjust the length. Yep. Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's free. It's free app. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and take whatever support you would like in Shavasana, and then let your body go and observe your body and breath. And, as you're there observing, scanning, sensing, and feeling, you can make some minor adjustments. And then at some point, you stop fussing and just let go. I would like to just adjust you a little. Is that okay? Okay. Mhm. So we'll be here for about 5 minutes of rest. Explore your breath and your body, and let go of whatever you're holding on to as best you can. Whether it's physical, energetic, emotional, mental, whatever it is, just let it go. Take a little deeper breath and begin to awaken your body. Bring the awareness into your fingers and toes. You might want to wiggle a little, roll the ankles and the wrists. When you're ready, bend your elbows one by one. Bring your hands to your abdomen. Pause there and take a couple of deep abdominal breaths. And then when you're ready, bend your knees one by one. Pause and breathe. Bring your hands to your lower abdomen and let your lower abdomen release to your lower back. Let your lower back release to the mat. And then extend your left arm overhead and roll to your left side and rest. Draw your knees up towards your chest. Take a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready to come up, pull your belly in and look down. Use your front body, not your back body. Uncurl as you come up. And then we'll do a couple of things before we close. So first is the forward bend. You draw the sides of the waist back, hold one wrist, bring your head down. If you need support of your hands, use support of your hands. If you need support under your buttocks, take that. You can grab that bolster if you want. You can just use that. Yeah. Okay. Use your abdomen, draw it back a little towards your spine. Release your head down, breathe into your back body. And then inhale and come up. Bring your hands a little behind you, lean back a little, lift your chest, take your head up, sort of like Adho Chakrasana. A couple of breaths here into your upper chest. And then come back to sitting and we'll do our closing chant. You can take the Namaste Mudra if you like. We'll chant all together. Take a deep breath in. Om. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take another deep breath, lift the heart. As you exhale, release your head over forward, bending from the base of your neck. Release your hands down to your thighs and pause a moment. Once again, bowing the head to the heart. And then with your eyes closed, raise your head up. Drop into your tailbone and root into your sit bones. And keep your eyes closed, ears over the shoulders, and drop into your heart center. And expand from there in all directions, as far as you can, infinitely. And then let your eyelids float open. Namaste.